Hello everybody, this is Unity of Command 2, the Moscow 41 DLC. This is a first look and gameplay video. I'm going to show you some basic gameplay mechanics playing the Tikhvin scenario. This video will be good for anyone that has not played Unity of Command 2 or has played but has not played the new Moscow 41 DLC. So Unity of Command 2, we're going to start a new game. Now, when you do start a campaign, the campaign will be automatically saved. Every campaign starts with a conference briefing for the campaign that you're going to do. We are doing the Moscow 41. We are in the Northern Front. So the Northern Front has, it shows you the headquarters. There's 5 different headquarters in the Northern Front, because at this time, of course, they are defending Moscow. You can click on each headquarters and purchase different assets for it based on the amount of prestige that you have. Now, prestige also affects the amount of reinforcements that you can provide for your units in the middle of the battle. So you may want to keep or hold a bank of prestige for that purpose if you think you're going to need reinforcements. And boy, are we going to need reinforcements. Every headquarters has different assets to choose from. The top row shows you the number of truck assets in range. This is usually pretty useful, as Unity of Command features a lot of logistical things to consider that most of scenario turn-based strategy games of this sort don't usually offer. I'm thinking of Panzer Corps series that is less focused on logistics and more about building your core units, where Unity of Command 2, you're kind of managing the units that you have at your disposal, and that your job is to, as a commander, that's how to deal with the hand that is dealt with you. I always like to at least add one to the truck asset range. Force pull, we can activate it for 50 prestige. Spend prestige to upgrade the headquarters to highlighted level. Upgrades are persistent for the remainder of the campaign. I think we're actually going to do feign attack and set piece attack. Feign attack, order a unit to feign attack in an order to suppress a part of the enemy force. So these are assets that we can add to specific units in the middle of the battle. Logistics, create a supply dump. Engineering, destroy bridge or create a pontoon bridge. Now keep in mind we have several different headquarters. Let's look at Stavka reserves, which we want to add the truck asset to that one. Maybe create a supply dump with them. That brings us down to 425. We haven't picked our cards. So that's a little bit about the headquarters and general staff. We do have asset cards that you can choose from at the beginning of the campaign. Each has a cost in prestige. This transport card is free, so we're going to put that in there. The Il-2 bomber theater asset, that's probably be very useful. Air recon, I'm going to skip the air recon. Do we really want 2 transports for this scenario? Oh, airborne paradrop. Player keeps card if unit survives. It costs quite a bit. 75 prestige. Kind of like the 3 cards that we have. We're not going to use those 2. So you pick your asset cards, and we're going to take a quick look at the northwestern headquarters as well, because that one will be in this scenario. I think the truck asset, with the other 2 having the truck asset, will be fine. Why don't we focus in on operations? They're 50. That brings us down to 210. I want to save some more prestige for reinforcements, because we will suffer heavy losses against the Germans in this scenario. I'm satisfied with our decisions. Quick scenario debrief. You are hereby designed Supreme Soviet Commander. Heroic Soviet resistance and a severe winter mean the fascist armies are at breaking point. You are to initiate full-scale offensive actions along the front using reinforcements from the Far East and newly raised formations. Alright, so we're going to end the conference. The Tikhvin offensive, as the Germans transfer mobile divisions to assist at Moscow. Stavka applies pressure on the far wings of the front, Tikhvin and Rostov, to tie down German forces. The Tikhvin-Volokov rail line is an important part of the road of life, delivering critical supplies to Leningrad. So, and you can see the headquarter assets in this offensive. Let's start the scenario. It said 12 turns too, if you're curious how long the scenario will last. So here's the Tikhvin offensive scenario briefing. Tikhvin has fallen and our troops retreat in disarray. You are to establish order immediately. Rally the stragglers and transition to an offensive stance. Tikhvin and the rail line to Volokov must be taken or retaken, but while forces assemble there, launch a diversionary thrust at Mayla, Vishera. Clear the right bank of the Volokov River to prevent further enemy offensives. So on the right side, you see the objectives of each scenario. And they're listed right on the map here too. Mayla, Vishera, Tikhvin, which is over here. If you click on it, it will go to the objective, Road to Life, right here. And then there's a bonus objective, Kirishi, right here, which looks like a German supply depot for the Army Group Nord. So you can see our units on the field. There's the little pips here, which the game calls steps. Here's when you click on a unit, you see the unit name. It's a Soviet tank. Here are the number of steps. Steps and the list of specialists too attached to the unit. This doesn't have any specialists. Steps and specialists comprising this unit shown in combat order. Losses are taken left to right and ordering remains unchanged until the end of turn. Suppressed steps are always on the right, last to take combat losses. You have, of course, the turn information, the date of the scenario. Here's the supply menu button, and here you can change the supply network. Here you can create a new hub if you wanted to. So there's areas on the map that you can start a new supply hub, but that takes away a transport capacity. So we have 2 trucks available. So there are 2 things you can do with the supplies. You can create a new hub, or when you click on the supply, you can increase the distance of the supplies. So if you move up on the mouse wheel, you can see how it extended out our supplies from the base of supplies. If you can also zero it down, and you can see also the number of trucks available increase. If you decrease the supply range, you gain more trucks back to your transportation pool. If you obviously increase the distance of supply, you lose trucks available. You're not going to change anything with that right now. Now this is prepare for battle preparation. During battle preparation, you can strengthen your units with paid reinforcements. You can also perform select headquarter actions, move your headquarters, and reorganize your supply network. There is no turn delay normally associated with these actions, so make sure you make the best of it. So it gives you opportunity to kind of do some things before the actual battle starts. We're going to leave supply alone. We can take a look at our headquarters. So if we look at our headquarters, we have certain decisions we can make. We can entrench units. So here's something that to be aware of. These units in the south here are actually attached to the Stavka Reserve, and their headquarters are too far. So these are detached units. They cannot use they are out of the range of the headquarters and are limited as far as some of the things that they can do. Engineering, logistics, and operations. So we can deploy units from the reserve force pool, and each of them costs a certain amount of prestige. So I think what we're going to try to do is maybe push through and try to cut off the Germans. We might be better, and we might actually have a better chance cutting through the Road of Life and cutting off the units at Tikhvin. We could probably try to do a pincer movement with some of the units from the Stavka reserves. So we are able to reinforce this tank unit. So we've used up all our command points though in the Stavka reserves. I think we're going to dig in a little bit here with our flanks. We can attach a KV-1 tank step to this infantry unit. It would increase armor and attack value. We'll see how that works. My prestige is down to 160, so I want to kind of reserve some for losses that may happen. I think we are good with the battle preparation, so we'll end battle preparations. So why don't we deploy our Illusion 2 bomber card. We're going to use that card, and that's going to be an asset for us. Air attack target is a visible enemy unit with air attack. Following shifts apply to air attack results. -1 if weather is mud or snow. Some modifiers there to take a look at. Theater asset, 1 use left in this turn. I think we're going to focus in on the Road of Life. Drop a unit. We can drop an air unit. Alright, so we dropped an airborne unit behind enemy lines. Now we need to try to link up with them. It's going to be a challenge considering we do stand to take heavy losses here, but we need to weaken the enemy position. We have more men than they do. So our initial assault on the Road of Life kind of was pushed back right away. Let's see if we'll have better luck with the Stavka reserves around Tikhvin. So we're going to try to push our way through here and just try to cut them off in between Tikhvin and Kirishi. Alright, so those will be all the moves that we make for now. We're going to, hopefully, we can damage their units as they try to attack us. We do get 3 new units on turn 2. Well, there goes our paratroops. So our airdrop behind enemy lines completely failed. Alright, we have some units available. So our Ilyushin bombers can't seem to break down the German Panzer division. Let's order a feint attack. That German Panzer unit, very stubborn. So the feint attack did not work either to suppress any of the German armor units. Let's see if we can't have any better luck here. Finally got some suppression, but we wiped out our unit. So we'll move our Stavka reserve headquarters. Now we have a couple more units in direct command now. We still have one more unit to deploy. So the Germans counterattack, but it looks like we are causing some casualties finally. Although we just lost a tank unit. We're gonna hit this motorized unit. Now we got some better odds here. And finally actually able to push back some German units. So the attack is definitely stuttered off the get-go. We can try to maybe dig in some units and hopefully they are attacked. But we still have an opportunity here to cut off the German units around Tikhvin. Try to add some reinforcements to some of our units. Alright, let's see what the next turn brings us. More of our units getting overrun. Finally damaging some of their units, though. Let's do suppressive fire. There we go. Finally pushed some units actually back for once. Finally pushed back one of their steps on this. They're down to 1. Almost got him. Not quite. Finally pushed back that Panzer D unit. They were giving us all kinds of trouble. Let's try to reinforce some of our weakened Soviet units here near Volkov. Now here we go. We can use these 2 units to keep pushing forward, and we have some of these retreating units in a bad spot. If we can eliminate that Panzer unit, that's really good. So now if we can just keep pushing harder, we might be able to cut off these units. Try to reinforce some more. That's now it's the time to kind of look at our transportation. Yeah, now we can use a truck and add transports to this supply depot, and it will push out the supplies forward further. We're about to end turn 4. We have trucks available. Actually move the headquarters up a little bit. You gotta make sure you hit the check mark to add the trucks to the supply. So it looks like the Germans are not going to give up Tikhvin without a fight. So the German units in front of Tikhvin are pushing forward regardless, at risk of getting surrounded. So this Panzer unit right here, we have really good odds now. We push him back. I want to reinforce this tank unit. Finally finish off that Panzer unit. So we've closed the gap here. We've encircled this unit holding Tikhvin. Now we have a stalemate here, though, on the southern part of the front. We can try to do sheer weight of numbers. Oh, that pushed him back. Although it doesn't look pretty, we are starting to make some headway now. There is an undo button, so if you make a mistake, you can undo it. We're going to reinforce our units near Volkov. Alright, we're not going to push too hard against this unit. That's an elite German infantry unit. Looks like the Germans might be getting exhausted here. Let's see if we can capitalize on it. I think we'll be able to finish off this unit in Tikhvin. Can't finish them off, though. Finally. We get our first objective. Fortunately, no reinforcements to provide our depleted units. So the Stavka reserves are moving forward. So we are in supply range, so we don't need to do anything with our supplies. We try feint attack here. That seemed to do pretty good. That was able to suppress some of their steps. We do have some reserve units here on the Leningrad headquarters. So the Soviets are now going to try to isolate Mayla, Vishera. We're going to just keep trying to work our way into the gaps here and see how they respond. Maybe we'll try to dig in here, keep entrenching. Hopefully they'll attack. We still have an air asset. All right, let's see what the next turn brings us. Our cavalry unit is overrun. So it looks like Mayla Vishera will be the hardest objective to get, because it looks like we'll be able to take Road of Life. And they have heavy reinforcements coming in. And our line down here is starting to waver. We have no steps available to reinforce. What about Stavka reserves? Nope. This unit might need to fall back. No retreat. Really wanted to capture these units right here. These steps that are retreating. We're able to capture those prisoners. And we've taken Road of Life. Now we are just moving our units in for the final push here. Looks like our supply situation is fine. I don't think there's anyone out of range. But yeah, now it comes down to Mayla Vishera. There's 5 turns still left. They still have a lot of strong infantry units, so we don't know how many more reinforcements they're able to pull off. Well, that German engineer unit just fought off 2 Russian units. So we can try to throw everything at Mayla Vishera. Alright, we've taken the objective, but can we hold them? It'll be kind of tough. Can we add any steps? Yeah, we can. So at least we can reinforce this area. We can't get any armor reinforcements. It doesn't look like we can. See if we can't get in and around. Ooh, we can't get those German stragglers. Can we dig in anywhere? So we'll dig in where we can. Hopefully they will attack us and lose some casualties. Add a truck to the Volkov supply depot. Do we have any steps to reinforce here? Yeah, we can reinforce there. Alright, it's going to be tough, but let's see what happens this turn. If they counterattack, they weaken themselves up enough against us. Oh, they did a feint attack. Here comes their motorized unit. Push it right back. They retake Mayla, Vishera. Oof. But at what cost? Alright, we are on to turn 9 right now. Alright, we're going to hit Mayla, Vishera again. We have a good unit there. Ooh, upgrade Northwestern. Set piece. Upgrade. There's no reinforcements. I have to fall back here. I'm sorry, this German unit did not move. No armor steps available for us. We're gonna keep trying to surround the Germans here. We have 3 more turns. Should we push forward to Mayla, Vishera, or let them try to attack us and weaken themselves? That's a pretty strong counterattack by them. Why are they out of supply? Doesn't look like we're getting any more reinforcements. Good. Try to dig in a little bit and hopefully they try to attack our positions, our fortified positions. I'm gonna give it one more turn. We don't get the bonus objective. But that's the most important thing, is getting Mayla, Vishera. Do a feint attack here. Still holding their ground. Any reinforcements available? Yeah, we do have some reinforcements. So we'll try to reinforce the Mayla front. A hold here. Oh, we cut off this unit. Beautiful. Alright, we're going to advance on to the last turn. Give us everything they have left. They might be trying to go for Road of Life. I'm gonna go after Mayla, Vishera on this last turn. Do a feint attack. We've got to definitely push them off here. They hold their ground. Are you kidding me? Now, we probably won't be able to hold it. Let's watch the German counterattack here on the last turn. And here they come after Mayla, Vishera. And they're going to retake it on the very last turn. Oh, we can request one more turn for a cost of 25. Additional time for operations will surely be granted, but your prestige will suffer as a result. One more turn. Feint attack, no retreat. They have the Spanish division there, and they look unbreakable right now. Look like we'll be able to take Mayla, Vishera. We can do one more turn for 50. If we can get it this time and hold it. That was a good tactical bombing run right there. That's going to help a lot. See, we can't feign attack with this unit, but we can with this. But this is our strongest unit. This unit could actually probably take it and hold it. And we pushed them back. There we go. Let's see if we can actually hold the objective. Soviet victory! Oh my gosh. I don't know how we pulled that one off. Our score was minus 124. That doesn't sound very good. Losses 130, 47%. 70% of our armor. Sounds like a typical Soviet campaign. Hero of the Soviet Union. The rest of the game is you go through the campaign from scenario to scenario. Similar to other games like this, like Panzer Corps, which is probably the closest thing I can see being similar to this game. Definitely a very unique challenge. I think the logistical side of things in the German campaigns is much more intense, and it's something more to keep in mind. In that scenario, the Russians are defending on interior lines. Supply chain issues and logistics don't seem to be as much of an issue. I hope you enjoyed this and found this useful and informational about Unity of Command 2, the Moscow DLC. Appreciate you joining and watching. Please like, subscribe, or leave a comment if you enjoyed any of this content. Thank you very much.